What's up, YouTube? So I am on a mission today. I have to get some tires to my buddy because he is trying to make a meet tomorrow and he has some burner wheels on because his tires on his other wheels are bad. And I forgot the keys inside, but I have some ball joints that I need to put on some lower control arms to get onto the 240 so I can make the meet and so I can prep for the next drift event, which is actually next weekend. So I am gonna go meet my buddy with these tires and then go put some ball joints on. Hopefully they can do it. A lot of places are weird about doing it. I don't know why, but let's get these tires loaded up and head to meet my buddy. Like she wants to go for a car ride or something. Bailey, you want to go for a car ride? Where'd you leave? She wants to go. Look at her nothing. All right, we'll go. You guys can cut. Look at this dog. I hope you can see that, but loves being outside the window, but she like squints really bad because she doesn't like the wind in her eyes. We are on our way to go meet my buddy to give him these tires, and then another buddy of mine, he said that he has a press, so I don't have to go all the way the opposite way and pay a shop a butt ton of money to pressing these ball joints when it's a super easy job. So I'm not gonna film much in there, but yeah. Just got to the shop where my buddy's car is. It's way over there, the old BMW back there. But I'm dropping off some tires for him so he can get them mounted, and then we're off to my other buddy's house with the press. So I forgot to film, not that I really needed to, but I pressed in the ball joints. I got them back there, so when I get home I could just install them. And then now we're at Lowe's. I'm gonna get a tool to help me align the car a little bit better. I'm gonna get a level to measure my camber out and make sure I'm good, because it did seem like I was getting uneven tire wear a little bit on the rears. So without taking it to an alignment shop, this is the best way to do it. Out of Lowe's, and this little thing right here, they had a digital one, but this one will do just fine. I'm gonna have a plate on the wheel and you tilt it and it'll show you how much camber you have. Most of you guys are probably pretty unaware of what I'm doing, but what I'm doing today is replacing some lower control arms. At the last drift event, I bent one, and so I'm replacing both of them, and I'll have the spare for the other side. I'm also gonna put a new alternator in. Mine just seemed to not want to charge the car and made my battery die through the drift event, which was making it hard to start. So that's something that I needed to address. Got a new alternator, need to swap the pulleys, modify it a little bit, and it bolts right on. But let me show you guys the lower control arm. I hope you guys can see that, but obviously this bend right here is not supposed to be there. You can see that side is straight. This side, not so much. So I already got the bent one off. As you can see, it's pretty badly bent. Right here is where it crumpled. I'm pretty sure that's the way that they engineered it. But as you can see from the inner part where it bolts on to the part where the knuckle goes onto, it's like not even an inch longer than just the arm itself. So when it crumpled, it just pulled the front end and was making it, I obviously couldn't drive it on track at that point, but I was trying to beat this thing to death at the track to straighten it out. I had 2 torches on it, smacking it with like a 5-pound, 10-pound sledge, and it was not going anywhere. So at that point, I just called it a day. But luckily, now I have one for the next drift event, which is coming up. They were able to ship it out pretty quick. But now I have a spare. I'm gonna try to bend that out one of these days. Go to a buddy's house with a press, or maybe just bring it to work. I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. If I can bend that out, then maybe I'll have an extra. New one is on the passenger side. I have to finish aligning that because it looks like it pulled a little bit of caster, but not much. But that looks okay for now. And then I'll fine tune it when I get the other side on. And you may be asking why I'm doing both sides instead of just one. And the reason is the ball joint on the old ones are longer. The only reason why they are longer is because I'm an idiot and ordered the wrong ones at first. But on the new ones, I have shorter ball joints, which make it the right ball joints. So I'm sitting here losing my mind, trying to figure out what the heck, because obviously the new control arm's not bent. The tie rod didn't bend itself. The rack, not bent. The frame, not bent. The core support, the lower core support, not bent. What is going on if the tension rod is not bent? What is bent? Or what is not correct? So the only other thing that I didn't check was the tension rod bracket. So I'm gonna measure that now. Hopefully that's it. If that's it, then I'm just gonna steal it off of the other car. I'm just gonna measure it really quick and see if it's warped at all. And if it is, it's going on this car. I think I found the issue thanks to my buddy AJ. Actually recommended this on Facebook, but look at that. That's the one that I pulled out of the black car. Definitely bent. This one out of the white car, and sure enough, and no wobble. So I'm really bad at filming, and I didn't film anything, but that's because I kind of just stopped in the middle of some stuff and called it quits for a minute. And then I'm back at it. I got the tie rods adjusted. The caster was okay. I think I filmed that there was a bent tension rod bracket. So I actually stole that from my white car, put it on this thing, and I was able to adjust caster just fine. I might be able to bend that one back, not sure, but this is fine, so I'm not really worried about it right now. Plus, I really want to get the reinforced ones from PBM, I think it is. So I'm about to put the MAF back in, the air filter back in, and start it up. I also changed the alternator, by the way. Super easy. Got it from Rock Auto for like 95 bucks and switched the pulley. Drilled the threaded bolt at the top out, and perfect. Like, fit better than the last one. So I guess let's go see if it runs and drives straight. I knew it. So when I was changing the alternator, I actually was a dummy and didn't unplug the battery, so something arced. I ended up blowing a fuse. I gotta figure it out. Oops. What's funny is the starter plug actually came off, which I thought I fixed, but I might have bumped it. Hopefully it starts now. Weird. Maybe the MAF's unplugged? I don't know. So this car is stupid. I'm gonna admit to my fault, and I will say that I did mess up. Yeah, I assumed the battery was unplugged when it was not, and I went to go change the alternator, and I arced off something. Something sparked. So that led to a whole other issue. I blew a fuse, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I fixed the fuse. And then we ran into another issue where something in the TPS, cam angle sensor, the circuitry with that, with the MAF, for some reason it's just not running right. I got stranded, and if I can steal the videos off of my Facebook story, I'm gonna put those in right here. But I was like a mile and a half down the road test driving it, and all of a sudden I went to go clutch kick, and yeah, the car just fell on its face. So I don't know if something ground itself out or what. I need to do some boost leak tests because this thing was running like dog poop. For some reason, there was no change in idle from when I had the MAF plugged in versus when I unplugged it. But when I plugged it back in, it died. I don't know if that's normal. I'm going to do a little bit of research. I could have a faulty MAF because if the MAF has a faulty signal, it could be sending the signal to the cam angle sensor wrong as well. But also I haven't changed out the TPS in this thing as well, and I think that's in the circuitry, but I have to double check. But I did all this work originally to take this thing to a meet tomorrow. It's like a little cars and coffee. I'm obviously not going to be driving this thing. If I wake up early enough, I'll do some plugs and chase a misfire in the G, and I'll just take that. If anything, if I really want to go, I'll just take the Suburban, but obviously that's not very cool. But I'm still going to attempt to take this thing to the track on next Sunday. But if this thing's still having issues by like Wednesday or Thursday, I might just call it. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I need to be dialing this motor in and everything connected to it for when it goes into the JZX, and I can't have big issues like this because I kind of want to start on that a little earlier, mid-October. So maybe sooner. Who knows? But this thing giving me a bunch of problems right now, and I don't need to be Band-Aid fixing everything for when it goes into that. So I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm just rambling because it's like midnight right now and I'm tired of this car. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Maybe I'll make another video with the car meet if I go to it. It's also my buddy Eli's birthday, so maybe we'll do something. I'm not sure. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know what you guys want to see, and as always, have a good one.